Hey friend, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be creating the butterfly wing nail art. Super easy, super beginner friendly, especially with the tips that I'm going to be sharing with you today. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into this nail set. So I've already cut down and shaped these nail tips. These nail tips are actually soft gel full cover double XL nail tips from Sheen. But as you can see, I definitely cut them down quite a bit. I wanted to go a little short today. But now I'm just applying one layer of this base gel. This is Born Pretty's base gel from their base gel and top coat set. Sorry, I just said base gel 1,000 times just now, but yeah, it's from this set. So I'm just doing one layer of this on each nail and then I'm curing it in my lamp for 30 seconds. I was so conflicted on what nail shape I wanted to do. I feel like I always do square, but recently I've always been doing stiletto and I really didn't want to do stiletto again, but I felt like stiletto would have been really cute with the butterfly design on it. But I just kind of, went back to square as you can see. What is your favorite nail shape? I think my favorite has to be almond. I really love almond shape. I don't know how, because at first I was kind of like, I don't really like almond. I don't like how it looks on me, but I feel like it gives really like a grown woman kind of look. So I don't know. I love it. But of course, second to that would probably be square. But what's your favorite? Now that we have the base gel on, I am doing a base color of this beautiful, beautiful purple from the Nail House. It's actually called Gifted and Talented, so I really love the name of this. I'm so excited because I have not used it on a set, I don't think. So yeah, I just really love this, especially with springtime. I just feel like it really is the perfect color for the spring. One thing about these gel polishes, and I promise you, they did not ask me to promote this at all, but one thing about it is that it's really good with one coat coverage, so you definitely only need to do one layer. I think there's been one polish where I had to do a couple of layers simply because the color was pretty light itself, but other than that, I only did one layer of this and it worked out perfectly. I just think these polishes are really smooth and I love a nice smooth gel polish. So yeah, these are definitely perfect if you're looking for some good gel polish, then definitely check them out. And this is how they're looking after one layer. Like I said, so fire. And now I'm just going to be taking some of this orange in the color Sun Kiss, which is also from Nail Haus. And I'm going to put some of that down on my palette because I do plan to bloom this a little bit. This is going to help get us that aura effect that we want. So yeah, I definitely have to set that on my palette before getting started. And when I say bloom, I literally mean I'm going to be using blooming gel to bloom it so that it will spread and get that nice aura effect. So I'm going to be applying a thin layer of blooming gel, not too thin because you do want it to, have something to be able to bloom to, but you also don't want to do it too thick to where it's rolling off the nail. So I would just say be generous as you do this, but as you can see, I'm just applying it right now onto the thumbnail, and then I'm going to take a dotting tool and start to dip my dotting tool into the orange gel polish. I like to wipe underneath the nail to get rid of the excess gel polish that could have went on the underside. And now I'm just taking my biggest dotting tool and I'm simply starting in the center and working my way around to get that aura effect. I would say try to be mindful in how you are doing your aura. As you can see, there can be gaps in the paint, and so that can really impact how your aura looks. So I would just try to be mindful with how you do it. Another thing, depending on the blooming gel that you have, it might spread a little quickly. So I think most blooming gels spread pretty quickly, but the one that I have is in the brand Beetles and it works pretty well, especially, I just needed a blooming gel of some kind, so this is just what I got. But of course, you can use whatever brand that you would like. A tip that I found helpful is that sometimes I do get bubbles in my paint. So right now you can see that I was like dabbing or like tapping it, and that just helps pop the bubbles. But now we're gonna start painting on the wings. So I'm taking this black. This is from Model Ones. I actually purchased it from Amazon for maybe $10. I think it was like $10 a bottle. But yeah, I'm just putting some of this on my palette and I'm gonna use a nail art brush to paint on my design. I'm not doing anything special for this design. I'm simply just going from the left side of the nail to the right side and just connecting it that way. And then I'm going to branch off using or by painting some other lines on. I do want to say you can make them as thick as you would like. I didn't do mine too thick. I kind of wish I would have after seeing it at the end, but I do still like how these came out. I am going to try to get you guys a close up so that you can see exactly what I'm doing just in case you need a reference as well. Now we've got to add some white dots to the lines that we just made. So again, I'm just putting some of this white gel polish onto my palette. This is going to make it easy for me to just pick up the polish and go. If you want to be strategic with the size of the dots, you definitely can. I know some people like to work from the center and go from big to small or small to big. It's really however you want to do it. Me personally, I wasn't too like nitpicky about the size that I did. I was just doing whatever size I felt, but of course trying to make sure that I keep it within the black line. And that is pretty much how you do that portion of it. I'm gonna let this play out because I need to do the rest of the nails. So I will jump back on to the next part because there's a few more things that we have to add before we top coat. So yeah, just enjoy the music and of course do your nails with me if you can. So, if you're still here watching, I just want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And you're probably here because you want to know what the next step is. So, the next step is simply adding a few black dots to the wings. So, I'm choosing two random areas by the lines that I drew, and I'm just placing three dots. It doesn't really matter again what size, but I'm just placing them randomly because this is going to bring it all together. Now I have a couple of flower charms that I want to add, so I'm using some rhinestone glue to adhere them, and I'm just going to place some rhinestone glue in the empty areas. I'm only going to be doing this on the thumb and the ring fingernail. Sorry, I had to think about it. I'm going to do that on the thumb and the ring fingernail, and then we will move on to top coating. Again, this is the top coat from Born Pretty's Base Gel and Top Coat set, so I'll be sure to leave this link down below. But I'm simply just going to top coat all of these nails. I don't plan to go over the charm. I didn't feel like I needed to, so I just didn't. But I am curious, does anyone top coat their charms? I do sometimes, but it really depends on what charm it is and overall if I think I'm going to keep, the charm on this set because you can always reuse your charms. But yeah, I want to know, do you guys top coat your charms? This is the finished nail set. I really, really love these and I think you guys will too, but let me know your thoughts. If you want to see how these look on my nails, then definitely head over to my Instagram. I post all of my nail content there. So thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time.